supplies. Yep.
Well, yeah, I was sort of, he would go and work and us, skipping lessons.
Some people online, you know, it's below 30 degrees. You know how it goes. Like, see? Yeah.
Like you can see cars, and he can see better. That's what I heard. You don't know can see years. He was like 8 or 9 and down there.
Right. Is everybody ready for a good old sales meeting? All right. Well, thank you all for coming on in, and those of you jumping online again. This is, if you can't make it, I do record these and put them out later. The last one we did, I got to remember to turn off the recording, because what it does is it will record for 4 hours long if nobody else jumps on. So there's people, agents that like forgot to jump off the Teams meeting, and it kept recording for 4 hours. And it, like, in my computer, like they gave us here, which yeah. But you can't see it. It's just a picture, nothing going on. They just forgot to get it off. So the last one, I couldn't edit it. It's just so long and put it up there. But if you guys saw, I sent it out in the sales meeting, or we had email interview with Matt. We're going to have a couple of sports coming out. I mentioned this before. Next month I have Sandy Smith. It is going to be about finding your niche. What do you guys call it? Niche? Okay, yeah. So it's going to be, kind of around that. Yeah. I'm going to be doing Jeanette Schaefer's. She's very good at networking, and she gets a lot of business from networking, B&I groups to lawyers, different stuff like that. So she's going to be April. And then I have Dan McSwigan and Zeta that will be coming up as well, doing the age interviews. So we got some good people coming up. If you are interested in being someone that I interviewed during a sales meeting, and you have something that you think of value that you're doing different than everybody else, that would be good. Let me know, and we'll talk about it. And then we have cookies over here. If anybody wants cookies, Brick House Plumbing, who's going to be speaking, and Naomi, they brought those in. So feel free to go over there and get some good old treats. What's that?
Your sound is breaking up.
My sound breaking up. Well, let me see. Well, this computer is my at-home Chromebook, because my work computer here, completely the screen just went black and died. So I was like, oh crap, I got a sales meeting tomorrow. I got to figure out how to make this work. So it is recording. Hopefully, what are people saying online? 1 second.
It just pops up and goes away. I can't keep it because I'm not logged in. I'm going to log in. It says the sound is crackly.
Sound is crackly. Okay. Well, hopefully it gets better. You guys can hear me. There's not people online. Hopefully it records over better. But let's see. I have everything set up on here. Like it would take me 10 minutes to get it all set up. So, yeah. Fair. That's fair. All right. Well, hopefully it's not too crackly. You guys can hear me. I apologize. Like I said, it's my home computer. We had to do an emergency switch around. So today, agenda, going over some office news. We'll have the affiliates talk. We'll have Brick House that are going to be actually at the end talking. I'm going to show a couple Chrome tricks for efficiency that I really like to use. I showed the managers this, and they're like, oh crap, I didn't know you could do this stuff. Like, just super easy stuff that anybody can use for one on Chrome. I'm going to again talk about the recorded AI meetings. I think you guys really need to start doing this. We'll talk about that. I'll show some stuff off of that. I'm going to be talking about Next Available. They've kind of made some really good additions to it that I'm going to show off. And then just go over 10 AI that act as this prompt. So I'm going to show you how to use that for real estate agents. And then we're going to go over doing it's from a book, Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, 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 Hook. And the jab is giving something of value before you do the ask. So past clients, just fear of influence and stuff like that. A lot of times the agents will just go out and be like, hey, you want to buy or sell a house, or do you know someone? We're going to give something of value a couple times before you make that ask, so that ask can just hit so much harder. All right, new construction tour. I have 50 people signed up. If you still want to go, you might not get lunch, but if you want to go, we are going at 12 o'clock today. Eddie Holmes model and Baden. I sent him a calendar invite for that, so you guys should all have that on there. But that's the address. And this is Eddie Holmes. Now this is, I'm sure a lot of you probably are in this range. It's like a $1.5 million house. It's very nice we're going to see. What I would say, even though if you don't have buyers there, this is great content. Go through there, film it, like just and show this is what a 1.5 million house gets you in X place. Like use that for content and get yourself out there and just go see, the model. Maybe you get lucky and get a buyer at that level. Easter potluck. So the last potluck, I think it turned out really well. Something we're gonna start doing, I think no more than like probably 10 people making food. I think is more than enough. And so I'll do a sign up sheet. Once we get to 10, we'll just cut it off. And then anybody else who wants to come in. And then just try to switch around so the same people aren't making food every time. But I think it went really well. Everybody seemed to like it. We raised $225 for the office. We're going to go and we're going to get the closing picture up there. We're going to start getting that ordered and everything. I have to get that to marketing so they can make sure it's all good for us to do. This date, like it's going to be the second Tuesday of the month. So not the 7th, would it be the 14th, I think? So I just put like a little Easter potluck out there. What's that?
Oh, wait. We're talking about April, right?
April.
Second Tuesday is the 14th.
14th, yeah. That's okay.
No, oh, I'm sorry.
Barry, you're coming along. You're coming along. We're all right. we'll get you there. Don't worry. That's what's going on. So I don't know what the theme of April or Easter would be, but does anybody have any ideas of what we want to do for the theme as far as for our potluck? Does it Easter theme? Kind of like, listen,
I'm not allowed to say Jesus and bunnies here.
Well, I'm coming in as the Easter bunny. I got a full outfit. I got it off from Walmart. No, I'm kidding. I did not. So, but send me some ideas. We just call it Easter potluck, whatever. And for the birthdays, the Rivers Casino, they sent out yesterday. This is the last chance to sign up, and they're like, then John sent out after last night. Hey, we're going to keep it open until Friday. So if you haven't signed up for the gala that's going to be down at the Rivers Casino, it's April 13th from 3 to 7. Parking's going to be so much easier there. We got a nice spot in the back. So if you want to sign up, you should have got it from the desk of John Perry yesterday, and then I sent out the email to the office right after that. Hey, sign up. So see those. Go ahead and sign up. Come down to the gala. It's a good time. If you guys don't have it, I'm going to keep on mentioning this because I keep on uploading stuff onto there. Our Coldwell Banker Realty North Hills page, jump on there, subscribe if you haven't, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing, sales meetings and stuff, will be all loaded up on there. Our Facebook page, this is our closed group Facebook page for the office. If you're not signed up on there, just go to Coldwell Banker North Hills, look it up. It's a group, and ask to be invited to it. I have to go in and accept it. But we used to have this page. I don't know if anybody was here before when I was Kevin, I guess, was here before when I was here. But this page used to be pretty good of agents sharing ideas and questions. Yes. Recommendations for contractors, new listing, open houses, like all those kind of things. Like this could be a good spot that's not always through our email, but you can go on and put recommendations and stuff out there. So if we can all start using this, as collaborative, I think it could be very helpful for everyone. The helping me out recruit and bring people in. Super thankful for this. You can see the times 3 of the people. So Matt, thank you. 3 of those I got meeting with someone next week. Sandy Smith, she's recommend a couple people to me. I just had a team come in of 8 people yesterday, so she helped me do that. So if you get me a meeting, you get a point. If they come in and they join, you get a point as well. Next Tuesday, I'm going to do the wheel spin. Whoever's name it jumps on, if you get a point, you get your name on the board.
So Ron will be on there 3 times.
He will be on there 3 times. So he's had me 3 meetings. You'll see. So, and I'm going to run this every single quarter, and I'll bring $500 cash to me. Hopefully you're here, and if you hit, your name hits on it, you get $500 cash. You can use it for whatever you want to. Okay. But I really appreciate this. You guys all know this is a big part of my job of bringing good talent in here, and it makes my life a lot easier. So I very much appreciate it. Event rewards. So I'm going to be showing this every single sales meeting. You see, we're down here in the Fox Chapel office. Our goal is to hit 35 units. So last year, the first 6 months, we did 35 units here. Every unit we do over 35 up until the end of June 30th, we'll get $600 for the office. Again, these are like fun things that we can do inside the office and marketing, happy hours, different things like that. So please help us out here. Use our lenders. Get us some pre-approvals and stuff like that. And if you don't know what they what they have, go ask them. What are your best products? I've talked about this before. Who's your perfect client? Figure that out. Go talk to them and say, what are your best 2 or 3 products for this client? And then use that as something of value to send to your people. All right. So very thankful for that. Yeah, they can do branded materials, which we're going to go over the Agent Advantage stuff, where they can co-brand it for you for open houses and whatnot. So on that note, Natalie Fraser, GRA, come on down. Like Price is Right? Was that pretty cool?
Crazy. Those people on Price is Right are not having a good time. If anybody ever wants to know what really happens, because I did it with my husband and my girlfriend, it's not fun.
You were on Price is Right.
I wasn't on it. I didn't make it on it, but I was in the audience. I was rejected. I was rejected from the producers. Yeah.
There's a guy in Westview. I was in a cornhole league for 8 weeks, and my buddy had to be FW. And one of the guys from Westview was on Price is Right in one show.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I have some funny stories, so I won't spare you all, but yeah. They're not having a good time. Okay, so Souls for Souls. This is so cool, you guys. Well, at least I think that it is. So we are doing a shoe drive, and it's gently used shoes. I have these around the office, right? And it's part of our Get Your Kicks in 26 that GRA is doing, the marketing department. And so and our company goal is to raise 2,026 shoes for Souls for Souls. Souls for Souls, yeah. I read a little bit reading on this company. It's actually, there's some pretty cool people that are on the board. So if you just Google it and look on it, they're doing some really great things. They not only give shoes to the needy, but then they also clean them up and give them to more disadvantaged communities so that they can sell them and make a business and make money. They also do clothing too, but we're just doing shoes. So it's pretty cool. The other really cool thing is the GRA is giving us for every pair of shoes $10 in event monies. So we can do something fun. I will make sure that we do something fun with that. Roger and I will make sure that we do something fun. I'm sorry, Roger. Yes, he can. But anyways, so yes, that's pretty cool. We can also spend $5 per shoe in our little store that we do, but I thought it's more fun to have fun together. So, but whatever we want to do.
It's more of this bring your shoes and I know we have a ton of kids' shoes. They go on so fast. We have 2 pairs of yours. Going what are we doing these? We're bringing from this, but this is a good outreach for your clients. This is something good we're doing here, and a good outreach. Hey, we're donating gently used shoes. Bring them in. We get $10 for every one. Do we know how we know people are bringing them up and to get $10? How do we figure that out?
Well, I'm gonna have to count them.
Okay.
I'm okay with numbers,
So,
so.
I guess so.
We should Lysol or gently use, less Lysol or gently use shoes.
I'm gonna go to the dollar store and get like little trash bags and then we'll just put them in there because I can't imagine what this room is gonna smell like with like, but Dana's gonna bring that big blue bin and then I'm supposed to be getting boxes. They're supposed to be coming to me, so. So that's, yeah, and then they pay for the shipping to go to wherever they're supposed to go, but this Souls for Souls, they're legit. They seem like a pretty cool company. So, and they're doing good things. So I love it. Okay, so next, what do we have? Oh, that was just, no, because it's over. The 15th of April, that's probably good information. The 15th of April is when it technically ends. I'm not going to be here that day, so I'll do the final count like that next Monday. And then now, it's like now. So
when's the
oh, the 5K. Oh, May 17th. That's totally separate. We'll talk about that. So, but we're going to do a 5K, whether it's virtual, whether you just want to pretend like you're walking or running, or you want to come. But we either do it down at North Park. This is on the 10th of April. We'll all go. We'll go to North Park, or we can do, I don't know, laps.
Go down to North Park, just do a little walk there.
That's fun. Okay, so anyways, if the weather's good, if not, then we'll do some like Richard Simmons.
Just walk in circles in the office.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, that'll be the April 10th. So, okay, so just another event rewards. Again, till June. Last year we had 35. Right now we have 12 units in. So we need to ramp that up. That's a little shameless plug for Roger and I. And then let's talk about Agent Advantage. So, and Roger, chime in, whatever you want to. But this is actually a really cool marketing thing that we have. I'm learning about it, but it can do single property websites for you. So and I don't know what Moxie or whatever you guys have. So
it does have CRM generally, but it's underutilized for customers.
yes, yeah, it is a CRM thing, but how it can help you? We can do co-marketing materials, which are super easy to do, and like it has both of our mug shots on it, but if you have an open house or if you have a property that you've listed, it will actually do single property website, like a separate website for you, which is kind of cool. Does Moxie do that?
No.
No. So, okay. So that's something new that it can do. Property flyers, it can link, us and your client together, and then it automatically does like little slow drips. So if you have somebody that's kind of like on the fence, but they're just kind of not like really like, really getting out there, it'll just kind of keep them, us top of mind for them. And then there's also database management. So you guys are here to use that. I have a couple agents in there that have filled it out, but I'll, I'll email you guys so you can take advantage of that too. And then maybe what we could do is just get together and learn about it together. But it does some pretty cool
I
stuff.
think it'd be worth it to watch and learn for agent development.
Yeah, we could do that.
Just go over everything it does, because the one thing I like the most on it is the open house sign-in thing that you can do, where it goes into the CRM and they can start working those open house leads that you have coming in. So it's not just you working those, it's them doing a drip campaign for people to come through open house. It's another in that's attached to you when you do it through this. But when I'm listening to her, I'm thinking the people that are kind of your whole leads that aren't real hot leads, not pre-approved, you're like, oh man, I wish this person would finally buy. All those people, if you got them on an Excel or something like that, send them over to GRA and have them start doing a cold drip. It's another person that is attached to you. They can try to convert them, not just you doing it. So I think it's well worth it.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
also have a system that we do this without great rules. We put the pre-approval date, there's a drip campaign that goes out just to keep them kind of,
Like top of mind,
you know,
engaged stuff. Yeah. So they do some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, we can totally do a lunch and learn. And we're going to have a last minute before the end of this month, either lunch or going out for cocktails. It's going to be last minute, guys, because I have a little bit extra money. I don't know if Roger does, but we want to spend it because we're going to spend it. So I'll let you know. to see if we can do drinks, but so to be determined.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you very much. All righty, Jen King, are you on?
He's having trouble there. I replied to them, tell them what you said.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why that's happening. I think it's just the computer because I'm using not a good a computer after mine broke. But Jen, I don't know if you can unmute and see if we can hear you.
Didn't she call it?
No,
No detection.
let's see.
I saw her, someone standing from her, there she is. I am here.
Okay.
She's standing.
Are you able to talk? Let me see if I can fix my microphone on here and see just real
You
quick.
can't hear me.
So while you're doing that, so can I talk about May 17th?
Yes, please.
Okay, so on May 17th, our office here, we're doing a Philadelphia Banker Community Days, cornhole tournament. We're gonna have a mouse house, face paintings, there's 4 food trucks. What else, guys? Help me. Fire truck, a fire truck, a touch truck. What else is there? I think we covered, that's it, portable tournament, portable, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $20 to.
Okay, so what I can do is make my slide into a lunch and burn it.
That works.
Because if your team get out.
Friends, customers, like customer station, community, it's gonna be out here in the parking lot. And so, yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, the food trucks. So the food trucks are, help me, they're already.
We have an ice cream truck booked. We have Roman bean booked, and then Aaron has a coffee truck that kind of does a little bit of everything, or not a coffee truck, a food truck that does a little bit of everything. So we have those 3 things right now. Huh? Yeah, I mean, if you can find out if they're available, sure. Just let me know. We'll talk after. Okay. All right, Chance, go ahead. Yeah, planning that kind of stuff out.
Okay. What you said. And she-
Foods on Mondays at
Excellent. Okay, cool.
1, yeah, usually.
Yeah.
I just get a class in.
Yeah, it's good. All right, so Jen's going to do a lunch and learn about her stuff on inheritance tax. I am not going to be speaking about that on her behalf with all of her slides. But so Assurant, this is some of this. I'm going to email all these over to you so you guys have some marketing materials from Assurant. So it's very similar to what we had with HS type thing. So this is for a buyer get covered, a little peace of mind. Then you can take these to your open houses or anything like that. The buyer frequently asks questions on there. Again, you're going to have all these. I'm not going to go over it in great detail. Sellers, how they're covered through the package. Seller frequently asks questions. And then why add extra coverage, what the extra coverage are included on there that you could do. Again, like all the different things that the insurance covers. And then as well as what the plan you can see covers. This part here is in zip forms. You all have this, but as you know, this is our company now, and I want to keep on bringing this up. I know what do they call that, beating a dead horse or something like that about this, but make sure this is in your file. The insurance, not the HS one anymore. So make sure your insurance I accept or decline is in your transaction manager file. Every single deal. It needs to be in there. If it's not in there and the buyer or seller come back and say, hey, my person never told me about these things and I had something break, then a lot of times, sometimes it's going to be your commission that they're going to say, well, you didn't tell about this is in your file. Sometimes that's going to be on you at that point. So make sure this is I accept or decline in your file. If you aren't sure, just do the decline when you're putting a sales contract in, and then you can talk about it after. But make sure that is in your file. Okay. All right. So a couple of Chrome efficiency tricks I want to show you. So I have 2 that I use all the time. They're right up here. this is a microphone where I can talk into it. So I'll show you what this does. So I can click anywhere I'm going to talk and text. I just click that right up there, and then I can talk, and I just talk to text, and it just goes right in for me.
You have to be in the Teams Microsoft to get that little microphone.
Second. This computer is slow because my computer does it immediately.
Better than certain in terms of accuracy.
There you go. See how it just put all that in there for me? So I do this in emails all the time. I do this, like I text through my computer a lot of different places when I'm in ChatGPT or Claude I use now, thank you. But a lot of these things that I do, I'll do this talk to text, and it's just so much faster than typing it all out. So this is the Chrome extension up here, and how you get to this, this right here is your extensions. If you're on Chrome and you need to be signed in as a Gmail profile, I know most of you do. So we'll click extension, go down to manage extensions. And then I have to go to Chrome Web Store down here on the side. I click that. And then this one is called Voice In. Right here. I click that. And then you're going to say add a Chrome. You have to go through a couple setup steps in there, and then you can pin it up here to the top. And then, like I said, you can do talk to text right from your computer anytime. Just be more efficient than having to type in all the times. Now, the other one, so you go to the same place, the extensions, your Chrome Web Store, and then let me go back. Let's see. This is called Clipboard Manager. That's this one. Add that to Chrome, pin it up. Now this one's really cool. So both these things, I'm like, man, I wish I could do this. So what do? I look it up and find out, oh, I can't do this. So do you ever like copy something and then you go and you want to go paste it and you're like, oh crap, I got to copy this first. And then you paste it in and you're like, oh, I got to go all the way back and copy that thing again. This saves everything you copy right here. I can click on this and anything I've ever copied will always be right here. I can look up, I can go into history of everything I've ever copied. So then I want to do, I clicked on this one 3 hours ago. This is something I copied. I can click that, and then I can go in and paste that in wherever I want. No, this is just copy and paste. This is just for copy and pasting. Voice in. Yeah. And what I really like about this is you can do favorites. So if I click favorites, on my computer that I have set up, I have a lot more favorites on here, but you can set up a text that you're going to text to your clients all the time. Like if you're sending out the RPR reports and you have that same text that you're going to send every time, you could just put that in your favorites, click on it, and then send it out and not have to type it out every single time. It's just, these two things, if you use them, will make you much more efficient and faster. So if I come down and I want to, I can right click. Oh, I can't right click on this. I need a mouse, this computer, but I can just come up to here, paste whatever I want, then paste it in. Okay. Very simple to use, but these are two of my favorite things to just make you faster and more efficient on Chrome. So if you need help after, I can help you setting this up if you need it. Ready. And then I talked about this last meeting, the recording your meetings with your listing appointments, buyer consultations, things like that, like important conversations you have in person with your clients. Everybody's phone has this now. It's 2026. You just go on, record it, record the whole thing, and then what you want to do is you'll have an option there to download it and put it into a Word doc, upload this into AI, and then you just say, give me a detailed summary about this that you can have and you can share. So Matt did this with a listing presentation. Tell us.
I just asked before the whole conversation. I said yes. It did record. I didn't have to hold it up or anything. Just walk around with my phone. Recorded the whole thing an hour and a half, and then as soon as I got in the car, just copy pasted it and presented everything I needed. And now I can just search for anything from the whole presentation. I'm listing it in June, so I just PDF it and put it in the file. As I get close, I'll just pull that PDF out and review everything and kind of go over it every time I need to reach out to them. Well, I'm not up to plot yet. So
These are not me to do that.
You can do that kind of ChatGPT. You just have to make sure you download the transcript into a Google Doc or a Word doc, whatever, and then upload it and it'll do it. So
You use to record.
it's on your iPhone. You should have a recorder on your iPhone.
The ChatGPT, I think ChatGPT will turn off.
Yes. Yeah, use a recorder on your phone. Every phone will have it. So I did this one, me and John Perry, last week. We sat down with Jeanette. She wants to talk about building a team. So I recorded it. This is a 30-minute long conversation. I went and I put it in a Claude and I said, give me a detailed summary about this that I can share with everyone. And everyone was like, holy crap, this is blown away. I switched to Claude. I just think it works way better than ChatGPT. What's that? Sure, yeah. So this is all built in right here. It just does this all for me. The 6-level partnerships of how it should all be set up for a team, different financing, how to pay out a transaction coordinator. This is just John talking, and it just puts it all out, and it gives next steps of what they should do as well. Super clean. I mean, it took me 3 minutes to do this, and we have this detailed summary, because how often do we talk in appointments and your people don't remember what you said? You'd be like, no, we did go over this. This is a way that you could say, hey, this is so where you could show them all the time that they can have to go back and remember what you actually talked about. Yeah, I know your own course. You're 100% right. No, it's very small. Yeah,
Things were very Park Lanes.
it's just below us. All right, so next available. Who here has used next available in the last 5 months? You? Okay. One, highly recommend starting to use next available. I'm going to show you a couple reasons and how you can use it. So you click on next available, it'll come up to these 2 screens. You have your product support, and then you have strategy consultations. It's on desk. Yep. I got that mute somewhere.
Yeah, and I would encourage them to take them, and I would encourage them to take them.
There we go. Yeah, I can see this is all a mess. I'm sorry for people online if you're having a hard time hearing me. This is just going to be a one-time thing until I get my new computer here. All right. So under product support, this is what you're getting. So that you can get on, these are all 20-minute sessions. Moxie Works, Listing Concierge, Design Concierge, Marketing Center, Prospect Square, Clients for Life, or Boost. If you're like, I don't know how to do these things, you can get on there and do a quick 20-minute session. And this is someone that was like Kristen Hammett across the country will be getting on here doing this kind of, they're a specialist on these things. They'll help you out for 20 minutes. Now, what I really like is the other part, the strategy consultations. These are very good. These are personalized for you. So I highly recommend doing the first 2 on here. The online presence audit, it takes 40 minutes. They'll go and they'll look at everywhere you are online. And then the online search visibility, the second step of that is your SEO, which is someone searching on Google and where you come up, and then AEO, that's someone searching on AI and how you come up and you're found. So they're both 40 minutes long. They will help you like maximize your online presence so you're not a ghost out there to everybody, because people are going to be looking up, and so when people are searching for who's the best agent in North Hills area, you have a higher opportunity of being shown on there when you're doing these kind of things. Highly recommend spending the time, go on here doing this. Like, business is going in that way where a lot of it, people are finding their agents online and they're looking you up. This is a great way to have it. It's one of the best things I think I've seen Coldwell Banker actually do to help agents grow their businesses in Lyle.
I just wanted to say, I used it because I needed a form to go on my Coldwell Banker website, like a specific consent form. And the thing I like about it is I don't know enough about the process of putting a form on a website to like be able to explain it for context. So I just copied and pasted what the email said I needed to do when I requested the appointment, and they called me. And they like, they're like true tech support. They
Yeah.
don't really ask you questions, which is really nice. So I felt really good about using it.
Nice. So you see the other things they have on here, revive my listing. If you got a listing that's like not really moving, they can help you out with that. New listing, now what? Build and maintain your sphere. That's a great one. In between listings, what should I do? And practice your perfect pitch. So this isn't just you jump onto a meeting and you've got 30 people in there and it's not specialized for you. These are specialized for you and your business. So we're checking these out. I again highly recommend it. So 10 ways to use Claude for you as a real estate agent, or this is any AI that you want to use when you start using it, what you'll start doing. So, and at the bottom, so what you're going to say, and I wish I would have put in there, I asked it to, but act as an expert is what you're going to ask. So in the beginning, you're going to say, I want you to act as a real estate attorney, a marketing specialist. So I want you to act as a real estate attorney, and I want you to review the purchase agreement and flag any clauses that could go against my buyer at risk. Different things like that. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but you can upload something. You can upload your CTA, a BRI, or different things like that, and say, act as a real estate attorney, and then ask the question that you want to ask. It is very good for this. I'm a marketing specialist. I write a compelling listing description for this. Like, it's going to be better. You're going to have a better output if you acted to ask as an expert in that field. A negotiation coach. My buyer's offer was countered at 30,000 over asking. Walk me through a step-by-step counter strategy to get the best outcome. Act as a negotiating coach. Act as a marketing analyst for the market. Maybe you're doing a CMA and you have different properties. You can upload the CMA in there and say, act as a marketing analyst. What do you recommend? Let's set eyes on it. Act as a mortgage or finance advisor, act as a buyer's consultant. And you guys will all have all these slides, but what I did is just go onto your AI and say, I'm a real estate agent. What are the 10 best prompts I can ask you to act as a specialist in my fields? And this is what came up. Act as a social media strategist. I want you to build me a 30-day Instagram, Facebook content calendar. You're just going to have a much better output than just asking it. To do it itself, you need to make sure you're asking as expert. I know I keep on saying it, but it's the most important thing. I want you to act as a home inspector interpreter. You can upload the inspection report and say, what are the most important things that my client should be worried about in this inspection report? Like, you can do these things with it. Client relationship coach, property investment advisor. I did this with one of our agents that joined us recently. She has a property that is like $1 million property, and it has like a house on it in an acreage, and they have had someone do a subdivision plans to build townhouses for a developer in there, and it was like all these PDFs. I uploaded everything with the property, the RPR report, and I said, I want you to price it out in 2 different ways. I want you to price it out for selling it just as the house, and I want you to price it out what it would be for the developers, and I want to give you I want the top 20 developers in the Pittsburgh area and their phone numbers and websites, and I want you to create a marketing plan for the developers that I can send it to. And 5 minutes later, it spit out an incredible report with all the information I needed. This would have taken hours to plan this out, and I did it in like 5 minutes. It's pretty freaking cool.
Let's see where the property is and give you the cap rates of that area.
Sure, yeah. You can put in the information about it, and yeah, you can do stuff like that. Yeah. I wouldn't just count on that. Still run your numbers, know your market and stuff, but it's another set of eyes. There's something you could put on there and say, what do you recommend as a property? This is what I'm coming up with, and see what they spit out.
In any way on the hook for.
Well, I say that use Copilot because it's if you want to do upload any documents like that, use Copilot because that's through us. That's through the banker. It's protected through us. That's what the one they recommend for that. Yeah, where the data is not being shared and stuff like that. Yeah, their settings on there. All right, so moving on. Has anybody ever heard of Gary Vaynerchuk before? Oh, wow. We got a couple of people here. So Gary Vaynerchuk's been around for, I don't know, 10 years now. He started out in the wine family and wine business, and he helped them build up with social media and different things like that and get their name out there. Well, he has a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. That was just 2 jabs. I read it years ago. But what this is, it's giving something of value before you do the ask is what this is built around. So I did this as for your real estate agent. How can I give 3 things of value before I do an ask? And what that looks like. So what most agents get wrong, the wrong approach, just reach out cold, no context, how you been? Are you looking to buy or sell? I'm sure people have done it, maybe you've done it. That's what I was told to do when I first got into real estate. Just reach out to everyone, tell me you're a real estate agent, and ask if they want to buy or sell a house. Pretty sure I turned off a lot of people doing that. Just asking for referrals immediately, just generic holiday postcards isn't really that much of a value. There's something there for that, but only call when you need something. And then you're just wondering why nobody ever responds to you. You're not getting business from that strategy. So the JAB strategy is give value before you ask, build trust through consistency, be the expert they turn to when they have problems with their house, reach out around their schedule when they're available, know when, what they do for a job and stuff like that, when they're going to be free. And then it's just going to help you earn the referrals more naturally. So here's kind of the touch point of what would go if you're not doing this yet. So this is kind of every 3 months, you should really have 4 touch points with your clients in your sphere of influence every single year. So something of value, first time, again, give them something of value. Then you can have a soft bridge, warm them up, get them talking about, do you have any referrals? And then the hook that's going to hit harder after because you built that relationship, you've given them things of value. Then that's when you do the ask, and you're going to have way more likely to get business because you've built that relationship and you've given things of value to them. So here's 10 ways to give value to past clients in your sphere. First, the home equity snapshot. You guys all know I love RPR. I don't shut up about it, but I see it working with agents. I've seen multiple agents who are doing this pick up business pretty fast from it, and it takes 2 minutes to do. It is super easy, and there's value in it to your clients. Hyperlocal market report for them around RPR will do that too, but if you want to do something separately just for them, yeah, you can do the market quest type things, market trends. They're in between of what's going to be staying and what's going to be going. So, yeah, we're figuring that out. So, annual maintenance checklist of what you should be doing at your house in different seasons and things like that you can send out to them. Property tax appeal guide. If you don't know that, or the Homestead Act. If people aren't, do you guys know how to see if someone's set up in the Homestead Act for their house? Yeah, well, on the website, or if you go into realist tax, if you're in realist tax and look at the house, you'll have the assessed value and you'll have the market value. If they are doing the Homestead Act, the market value will be higher than the assessed value. The market value is actually what it's assessed at, but when they do the Homestead Act, the assessed value is going to be less. That's they have that. But if that's not shown up that way, that's a good thing of value where you can say, hey, I see you're not doing the Homestead Act. You can save $600 a year on your mortgage. I think it depends on the price of it, but it's usually around $600 a year they can save doing the Homestead Act.
It's just on county taxes, so it's not on school and municipality.
It goes up the total assessed value. So yeah, so it'd be everything. Yeah, no, next year. Next year. But these are things to be thinking about to plan out what your plan of what you're going to be doing and things value. Home improvement ROI guide, how to improve your property. Just your trusted vendor Rolodex. I have a guy for this. I have a guy for that. This is who I recommend. People that are coming in, like Brick House, coming for plumbing. I have a guy for that. You have a plumbing problem. Interest rate updates, what's going on. Coming soon, heads up if you know something coming up in the market or agents talking, and they live around them, send it over to them. Hey, I saw this house is coming up next to you. Maybe you know someone that's a neighbor that wants to move there. Local business spotlights, really like those because you can collab with them on social media, something of value you could send out, or just a handwritten note and gift card, especially when you have referrals from someone. Highly recommend doing that gift card back to them when you get a referral. And then 10 ways to give value to potential buyers. Maybe they're not in your sphere yet, but you want them to be a buyer. So just a buyer readiness guide of things to get ready, be prepared, the checklist, neighborhood spotlight video, a rent to own breakdown, first time buyer myths busted. You don't need 20% down, your FAQ videos like that, credit score tips you can pair with your lender of good things to send out through them, down payment assistance programs, new listing alerts about the market, just a lender introduction, the cost of waiting analysis, free tip buyer workshop. Like, again, I just put this in, it took 3 minutes and it came up with all these things. You guys can do this yourself and personalize it for you and your clients. It's just they're quad. I built all these like slides that I'm doing, took me 15 minutes to build these through Claude. All this. Yeah, that's like so this would have before this would have taken me well over 2 hours to do. It is, yeah. You could do Claude. You only get so much for a while, but then the ask, these are different ways you can do. I'm going to send. I'm not going to go over all these, but this is a good way to ask for the business once you have it. Again, you guys are going to have all these slides. I'll send them out to you, but the ask should be coming at the end. And then, how to get the phone number. So for referrals, I think this part's important. A lot of agents will say, hey, tell them to call me when they're free. Like, and how often do you always get those calls? What I want you to start doing is say, can you give me their phone number, and can you ask them if it's okay for me to reach out to them? Once you have their phone number, you have a much higher chance of converting that client rather than just, hey, tell them to call me when they can. There's a good chance they might go find someone else. So I highly recommend getting that phone number first. All right, so again, don't wait, start jabbing today. Pick one of those things to start doing, plan out your calendar. That's just 4 touch points a year. That's all you have to do. Give a couple of things of value and then do the ask. I think you guys will start converting a lot more referrals and a lot more business if you start doing that. All right. Rickhouse, come on down. So this is Gary, last name. Okay. It's the brick house.
Nobody says house, everybody says house. So, yeah, so I'm Gary. I am Brick House Plumbing HVAC. We also do remodeling work. That's not technically our name, so I don't advertise it that way. So how we can serve you guys, we do a lot of camera inspections, eye tests, pretty much everything in a home, residential, related to plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Water tanks, sewer lines, above ground, underground, inside, outside. And when I say we do a little bit of everything, we're not like a jack of all trades business. I have guys that are qualified that do everything. They're just all under one roof. So I have remodeling guys with 40 years of experience that do things like railings, stairs that are falling down, windows that are broken, pretty much everything except roofing. I sub out roofing, I sub out concrete work, hardscape. We do $50 sewer cameras for real estate transactions.
$50? Oh, that's the cheapest. I didn't even know that. That's the cheapest.
Yeah. So there's a reason behind it. I want as many as we can get.
Well, the business is
We mainly, now I'm just offering that to you guys here. We offer them to. So yeah, I don't want the whole city thinking I do $50 because I won't be able to keep fuel in the truck. But the idea is if we get in front of 5, 6, 7 sewers a day, we're putting in 5, 6 sewers a week. So that's where we make our money. We don't gouge. Our pricing is very middle of the road. I myself have been doing this for 20 years. I'm more clerical. I've made myself a glorified secretary, unfortunately. But there's 11 on our crew. Like I said, we have remodeling guys. We have 3 HVAC guys. We have guys that are cross-trained. We have guys that just do plumbing. You know, I have one guy that does the cameras, or I do cameras, depending on how busy we are. Um, you know, the remodeling division, like I said, if you come across the home inspection, it's like you need railings going down the stairs, or the tiles lifting in the bathroom, or, you know, there's anything. I mean, I could go on and on for days and days about issues in the home. But,
You do the sleeves for the sewers?
liners, yeah, so we sub them out, but I get a deal subbing them out because I sub them all out. So, yes, short answer. Yeah, we don't do that in-house, but we get it done. We just make it, but you're just dealing with us, which is kind of what that was my vision behind expanding the remodeling and HVAC is they just have to call one person, you know, and we can handle pretty much whatever it is. Some things get a little tricky, like electrical work in the city of Pittsburgh, HVAC in the city of Pittsburgh. Plumbing we can do in the city, you know, HVAC, it's not like we can't do it, I have to hire a third party to get it inspected and file permits, but that's few and far between.
We're gonna reach how far out the,
I'd like to stay, so we're based in West Midland, I'd like to stay within an hour there. But again, for you guys, whatever you need, you know, if we have to go to, I don't know how far you guys go, but if we have to go to Butler, Beaver, Greensburg, Washington is usually our points. Again, it's just,
So we often have the difficulty of finding someone for the I don't need to work kind of job. I just went for an inspection and the sealant around the main stack. It's like it just comes right off. That is a 10-minute job. I mean, is it the one that does that? Not really.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean. You talk about with the stack is in the floor?
Yeah, and where it's joined together and the inspector.
I'm trying to ask if there's any job too small.
Yes, yeah.
No, again, not for you guys. So it's just, it comes down to communication.
My way was saying that I don't need the work is the same thing as a job too small.
Yeah, so I guess I think what I'm hearing is, will we take the time to maybe give you an estimate for something we know we're not gonna get, or just,
They need it done and go get to it.
yeah, we'll do whatever.
Okay.
Like I said, for you guys, you know, for having me out there, we'll work with you guys and give you the best deal we can and go a little further, we'll go a little extra for you. There's no job too small, but it comes down to communication though. Like, I don't really want to go all the way to Slippery Rock for $100 job. Like, we will, but, just some communication beforehand is helpful.
What's the turnaround time? Like, if I call you like on Monday, you can look it out that week or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're usually to get out and look at something within a day or two. You know, sometimes the same day. I guess I have 11 guys, so we can turn pretty quick. We have 7 trucks on the road and we're spread out, you know what I mean? And if it's something that needs done, I can pull somebody off of something to go, hey, stop by, put your eyes on this. We gotta get this quoted out today. They're closing Friday. They need a number for escrow, like whatever we have to do.
You hike your jet too?
We do.
Okay.
Anything sewer related. That's really how we started. That was my most of my experience came from sewer work, excavation work, I should say. And like I said, we do our own digging, we have our own machines. We're insured to do it. We have 3 master plumbers licensed, including myself. You know, our remodeling department, the guy that runs it has 40 years experience. I have 20 years of plumbing experience. I have 2 guys with more experience than I do. And everyone else has been there at least 5 years in here, I should say. So yeah, we're pretty much whatever you guys need.
How do you know it's us calling? They know they're for us, like we just say so pull back.
Yeah, that's all. And I'll update on the schedule and I'll know.
Okay.
Can you talk about the process of like, they have a job they can do, what would be the process of reaching out to you? Just call a number, go on your website, what's the easiest way for that?
So the easiest way is to call or text the phone number, which I can give you guys. I think this one's like coded. Yeah, it ends up at the same place. I don't know if you can text it, but that's our marketing company's way of tracking, you know.
Sure.
I can get you guys our actual numbers if you want to take it now, or I do have the personal cards, yeah. It's 412-584-4572.
4572.
Yep. 412-584-4572. You can call or text.
The one thing is, so I've used them twice now, I'm about to use them the third time. I had property that I sold, personal property in Avalon commercial spot. They did the camera sewer line dye test, and I think it was the fresh air vent wasn't being shown, so they did dig that up. They did all that very quick. And what I really like is there a company that will send you the invoice like through text messages and stuff like that. You can go online and pay it through text messages and all connects. Like, it's nice that they have that kind of setup through that. So
there's some confusing companies out there. It took us a while. So you're actually the first one on the current system.
oh really?
I'm glad it worked good because I was like, she's like, there's no link on there. I'm like, try it again. No, it didn't work. I had to delete everything, put it back in. I'm like, try it again.
But it's not, they were, I think, like a couple days for the camera line or so, and I had another investment property out the hot water tank completely rusted out when it went, and they came and put it all in, and it was priced fairly well too. And they were in taking days for that one as well, so I've been very happy with it.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Once we make the phone call, should we just basically hand it off to our clients? Like,
Yeah.
you want to,
So, yeah, if you guys want to make the initial call, all I ask is that whoever's approving or denying, or whoever's paying, basically, is who we will need to talk to. So we can keep you guys advised what's going on, but ultimately, we need approval from the seller or, whatever the situation. I know it changes with everyone, but, we've been burned a couple of times by 412-584-4572. Carrie.
we provide a video, I guess, for provide.
Yep.
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 And, if anybody wants to run businesses, estimate stuff, like you can provide an estimate, like you said earlier,
Yeah, no work's done about the estimate.
or estimate.
No, free estimates.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we do charge for the camera, we do charge for the dye test, but any work that's to be done is estimated and has to be approved first.
You don't charge for an estimate because most people are these days because they get necessarily screwed so many things.
We really can't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people doing free estimates, so I don't, I've thought about it, because it would weed out people wasting our time. But, it's just the way things are right now, like the way the world is, everybody wants to get 3 quotes and,
Especially us.
well, I went back and forth because I'm like, you know what, if you're shopping for the cheapest price, like it's not us, I'll be honest with you, we're not the cheapest. I don't want to be the cheapest. I'll be out of business. But, I don't have to give you guys a sales spiel, you know how it is.
I have a question. So if you, a couple times I've gotten the second inspections, but do you always have to replace, like, is it called a trap or something? If you do one of those liners?
So the trap just usually ends up being the easiest point of access. So there is technology that you don't have to dig the line, but it has to be like perfect circumstances. You know what I mean? So the trap usually goes because you have to dig up something and you might as well dig up the whole trap if you're digging something up, and then you can access both directions, downstream and upstream. That's usually why people go to the trap.
But what, I guess, like, if they don't physically know how it works, why would you need to replace it, align it?
Because the liner won't go through it.
Okay,
Yeah, you can't push the liner through a trap. It won't make it.
okay.
So taking the strap out gives you straight on access to the pipe either direction. Sometimes you can line through clean outs, but it won't go through the trap.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge when I had like sewer camera inspection. They can't get to the trap with the camera, so they don't get to that point.
So Pittsburgh, the Steel City, most of the traps are made of cast iron, and cast iron, it's hit or miss. A lot of times you can't get the camera to go through. If it's clay, 90% of it you can get through.
Right.
And we have a couple different size cameras and different, tensile strength reels that can go through some and not others. But yeah, cast iron is tough, and unfortunately, there's a lot of it here. Well, unfortunately for them, it's good for us, I guess.
What do you charge for high damage?
300 to 800, just depends. Yeah, depends. Right now our jetter's down, so I'm subbing it out, and trying to find someone to fix it is like a daunting task, but we'll be up and running by the end of the week.
There's some crazy commercials in the radio about, like, if you have gurgling and you hear weird noises. Is there any hope that there's something wrong with plumbing or sewer line?
So it shouldn't gurgle. you know, gargling could mean a lot of things. 90% of the time, I would say it's indication of a clog, and the other 10% is a venting issue. So it's gonna be one or the other. So,
Any other questions at all?
I think we're, that's,
mm,
I know, down Louis Road, that one.
that's close to us, so we could say 150. Yeah. Yeah, so it depends, like, every borough has their own set of rules, so it's hard to give a flat rate for a dye test because Brentwood wants a USB and they want it dropped off at their doorstep, and, you know, Upper St. Clair wants 16 pages of NASCO reports, which we are NASCO certified, by the way. You know, Fox Chapel wants the whole sewer replaced, whether it's brand new or not. You know what I mean? Like, the city of Pittsburgh wants to know where all the water's going. Like, you know, Pittsburgh wants just, hey, it's not going in the main sewer. We don't care. The city wants to know where's it going, but they don't have the infrastructure to handle it anyway. So I don't know why they care where it's going. You know what I mean? So it's hard to give a flat rate, but yeah, it's, you know, this place wants maps and manhole numbers. You know what I mean? Again, I could go on and on. Everybody's different
Charge
for the sewer cam.
soon.
Sewer cam with the recording and estimates of any work that needs done. And our estimates don't take long either. Like, I try to tell my guys, you know, you can't go do the sewer camera and say, see you later, and you're giving an estimate the next week. I want them done by the end of the day. So,
Any other questions at all?
Gary,
Yeah.
and if you guys have questions, you can reach out. My sister actually runs the office, so when you call or text, that number is going to her. And, yeah, and she'll get a hold of me if need be.
All good? Well, thank you very much. Actually, I should get a
Yeah, thanks, guys. If you need anything, don't be afraid to reach out.
All right, I'm not forgetting this time. I was after this is something we should be doing at the end of sales meeting. New listings coming up, buyer needs. Feel free to talk if you have something coming up or if you have any buyer needs.
But it's more family, you know, it's been. That's like great for them. That's a couple of the public street. It's 50, 41, and when. The parking bill really should, that's the only problem there, but it does have an access. Houses